brand. So suppose it's a Marks and Spencer. Yeah. Marks and Spencer can open a store in India because it's a single brand, Marks and Spencer. They don't sell multiple brands. Whereas Walmart sells multiple brands. Walmart has a departmental store kind of thing, so they sell everything. So Walmart FBA is not. Yeah, they had a Bharti and even Tesco also.
And then there are some other players in the Indian entity. So they may not necessarily they may have a Indian partner.
You remember that a few years back, even any automobile company was not allowed to enter into India. So they have Maruti, Suzuki, and then similarly, like Mahindra and all. So always there was an Indian counterpart. Now it is abolished. So any international automobile technology company. Okay. So similarly in retail, so multi-brand retail is not allowed as of now. FBI is not allowed. So any multi-brand retailer cannot open a store in India.
Multi-brand retailers are still here. We still have the multi-brand.
We have,
but
international.
We are debating as the investment.
Yeah.
Foreign investors.
No, multi-brand retailer. International retailers are not in India.
That's what I'm saying.
They have an Indian counterpart. They have a collaboration with Indian company. Like it's a Bharti Walmart. It's not a Walmart. It's a Bharti Walmart.
Correct. So I have an example. I was at Pearson, last year. Pearson has a store, sells e-commerce products, the CDs, the books, and everything. So Pearson is store. Pearson is store. So lot of things. Now Pearson is a US company. So what Pearson? So we actually had a in-between broker. We used to sell, and they used to deliver to the to the customer. So it is always B2B.
Correct.
Pearson can put the money.
Correct.
Because it's a US.
Correct.
But from here to here,
it has to be Indian.
Who is getting the money?
Correct.
So, that is why not allowing FBI because they think that the FBI will think because of the FBI, like this guy is having some.
Correct. The mediator
FBI
will.
is not there. Then Pearson would have directly sold to the consumer, and this guy is not needed.
But PS, but other brands also, and then it would not.
The government doesn't care about the The only reason why FDI is not there is because they don't have taxes or they don't have laws to prevent capital flight. Yes, you cannot prevent a retailer or any business from taking the entire money that it earns back into its own country. Right? That's the only reason why we don't care about the. We have no care. We don't need more. Yeah. What only is government not doing money.
Which the local actually whatever
Because there is not so much green I know B2B is probably 3 to 5% of the entire trade volume of the country. B2C will comprise this and everything is services. Right? So if you leave B2C untaxed, if you leave B2C where Amazon takes its entire money back to the US, right? Without paying any tax here, then there is a problem.
Okay.
If anybody comes in investing infrastructure in India, infrastructure
is possible without paying tax.
See, for example, what China has done is they have made it mandatory that if any company invests in China, X% of their profit has to be invested into infrastructure that cannot be pulled out over a period of years. India doesn't have such.
What China is doing is they invest.
That's even international brand like IKEA, which is planning to come to India, which is already set to come to India. They have Indian government has a coming directly 30% from India.
So we can use one aspect, but end of the day, what do you want the profit? Upstays or not?
But India.
That's more.
So they sell products
That the use
made in India, sold in India. buys from India. If you get something from Amazon.India.com,
India.
That's
No, that is international. That is international. Yeah.
So that material,
So
that goods comes from somewhere.
yes, yes, and that will have a huge excise and import.
So how does the government know that where the
ports and airports.
But we import also, like, you go to Amazon.in, right? You can order things to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then when it reaches to your home,
There is made in India, so many people can nothing except.
no, even if you are importing,
No,
Preeti, even if you are importing, let's say from Amazon.in and you get the material, the moment it reaches to your home, you will have the customs.
Yeah. So, and you will have a clearly mentioned who is the importer.
No, not yet.
So not import from that side.
Or even if there is any imported material they are selling, that would be pre-imported by someone.
Yeah. So you will have a clearly
Customer is
mentioned
already
importer
charged on that.
with the importer license number. So whatever is bonus goes to him, whether he has fulfilled those responsibilities and everybody knows about retail. I think there's nothing so.
Question, I think it is true as apparel or as retail, because then it should say apparel industry and not retail industry, because
Huh.
retail is actually banking, finance.
Everything. Retail is into everything. Yeah. This is consumer goods, yes. The hypermarket, the supermarket, the departmental store, and all. So that is the because if you get into that, there is a lot of retail. So anything or everything which has to do with the end consumer is a retail. The retail banking, retail financing, retail, so many things. Okay, so let's. I think everybody knows a bit of it. So I'll just take it. Huh?
When you discuss now, you
Yeah,
have
that's-
consolidated.
That's the essence of it. So everybody, like the tentacles of it. When we started, the taxation and all those things are, it's very complicated. You have to have every books, and the material movement into the business is too high. You buy from various sources, you supply to various customers, then you have to. There are various category of items that you manufacture. So as a brand, when we started, we also were for 6 months since we had no customers, and we were just collating the products, the product basket, the product bouquet. That what all as a brand we would be selling to the consumer, and believe me, everything that had a different tax structure. If I mix linen with leather and make a wallet, that goes into a different tax structure. If it is only fabric, there's a different tax structure. Then there is a CST, then there is a VAT, then so many things. So that's the reason we are still hoping that one unified tax structure will come, so that it will save the people from the other hassles apart from produce and sell. So as a brand, our core interest is to create something which I would be able to sell to the customer. There is a brand, there is a merchandise, there is a customer, and there is a long way to go. There is a winding way to go. How my product will reach my customer. Then you have your point of sales, you have your marketing, you have your pricing, you have various things. But where we get stuck in the complicated tax structure. We sold 100 rupees or 1000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. Any inspector will barge in and say that, okay, what are you making? Okay, you are into business. For how long? Have you paid this? Where is the records? I will put a penalty. Simple. You're keeping 20 people. The inspector from labor inspector, they will come in. Yeah. Show the paper. Have you given PF? Have you given this? Even we join as friends and partners, and we will not take salary. But they will ask, give me 50,000 rupees. Your books are not maintained. And that is because we have taken the sales tax number, and when we open, immediately the excise duty came. We had, the moment we registered and excise commissioner was calling me, assistant commissioner from Bangalore, they're calling me, are you registered? Are you registered? No, not yet. We have not crossed that 3 crore turnover. So every quarterly, I used to get a call from excise commissioner. And then one day he said that, okay, let's meet up at Koramangala and have some coffee and discuss. What do you want to discuss? I don't have money. So that's
schemes they have their quarterly.
Excise. Central. Central excise.
CST.
No, CST is sales tax. There was no excise on apparel, but somebody thought that let's put excise because all these things are meant to, rather than government revenues, the government offices revenues. The people, the enforcer, their revenues. It makes them rich. Simple. And excise is such a stupid law. No, I mean, it's such a stupid thing. Like anybody can book you, hook you, and all these things. So you can't defend yourself. He said that okay, I'll make a case against you. Go and fight in the your court. Huh? Tribunal. It's how like traffic cop will
It's like
want some something, some bounty to come to him. Some festival or something is there. He will say that you have crossed the red light. I face it in Bombay. You have crossed the red light. I think no, I have not crossed the red light. He said, no, you have crossed the red light. I'll make a case against you. You go and appeal there that you have not crossed.
500 or
Yeah, or give me 500. Simple.
I will give you below 500.
Yeah.
Otherwise you give me 2.
That is also there. That bargain is there. Yeah. The last mile.
So, sir, Rajesh, your business was manufacturing these apparels or sourcing from given?
Yeah, so basically, as a brand, we said that okay, we will create this brand Lavin, and the thought before launching any brand, there is a brand story, there is a concept, there is all these things. So, what is this brand is about? So, customers definitely ask, what is the meaning of Lavin? First thing, and why you want to do business? What is the purpose of coming into this lifestyle segment? So you have to have that story built up. You have to have that foreign lineage, because Indian consumers, or lifestyle consumers, are very much impressed by your foreign lineage. Right? You're coming from Europe or you're coming from America. So we also built up that story behind that. So we are European lineage, and this is that. And all this.
You have anything with John Lavin or is this Lavin your own Lavin?
Sorry.
Is this connected to John Lavin or just your own Lavin?
No. No way. We had on our board, on our creative board, designers from Netherlands. So 3-4 of us, when we draw the board, so we join and we say that okay, this is how we try to bring it to the market. So once you created the product, you decided that okay, I would be giving 50 options or 20 options or 100 options to the customer. Then comes like what would be the message that will your name to the fame? What do you got? So positioning like, but there is a bottom line, like a catchphrase. What will bring you customer to you? What will bring you the name? You want to be brand, and brand is basically a name that is reliable, that is favorable. There is a fan followers and all these things. People love that brand, associate with that brand, wants to come back again and again. Otherwise, there is no brand. It's unbranded, like a utility, a salt, a plain salt, table salt. So the brand is, you build a story behind it. Whenever you talk about launching anything, first you want to get into a brand segment or non-brand segment. If you
stitching this, let me understand the model which you are.
I'll come back. I mean, the apparels, I'll tell you how is that. So as a brand, we said that we'll try to touch men and women both. We want to be a family store where a family. So that was the initial built up, and then we thought that what will manufacture? Only shirts or only trousers or complete your ensemble, like shirt, trouser, blazer, and everything. Then what about accessories? Today, what is happening? Like the specialty retail is not much appealing to the customer. It's on only one item, on only one depth. Like you don't have it. Width we call is a assortment. It's a wide assortment. You have many. Depth is like I am manufacturing only tie, but I have a 1,000 variety of tie. So that is like a specialty tie store. But in today's scenario, the customer don't have that much of time. So they will go to a specialty store and go deep into the range. Like, so today is a butterfly customers. They keep on touching, going, various malls, various stores, just getting the feel of it, hang of it, price of it. And if they like, they will buy. Otherwise, they will not. We're discussing yesterday. Death and customer can come anytime. Death and customer can come anytime. So always be ready. So we, as a brand, we had a range of men's apparel. That is like your then apparel. It goes. You have a formal universe, you have a casual, or if you are denim something. We said that we would be in a smart casual, and then our core would be skin friendly, nature friendly, very inspired by nature. So that's where it came. Like today, customers are like more conscious. They want to buy something which has got some value in it. No, blindly going and splurging. Nobody's doing that. Even for the big scale brand also, the Indian consumers are most conscious consumers. They don't spend even a rupee if they are not getting value of the rupee. There's something like that. So we said that okay, we'll create single shirt selling is not possible in today's time. I cannot be earlier it's Zodiac, the shirt maker. The Zodiac is like almost a 40 years old brand, but they named themselves as a shirt maker. Now you see the Zodiac store, they're having cufflinks, they're having ties, they might have shoes also. It's very difficult to stick to one single product line, but still some as we were discussing, that brand draws the boundary, or the customer draws the brand boundary against around the brand. So you have to be always sensible that my boundary should not be my limiting factor over the period. Like Harpic cannot be an kitchen cleaner or toothpaste or something. So that is always there. So we'll just go through quickly that retail thing. I think everybody is going there. This is the growth path. So none of the society directly becomes an urban society. It starts from rustic culture, village, rural, and all that, moves forward. The modern thing, modern nation.
EBOs?
Exclusive brand outlets. So a store which will sell only Louis Philippe or only Levi's is an EBO. But a store selling Levi's, Lee, Wrangler, and everything is an MBO, multi-brand outlet. So FDI in EBO is allowed. Single brand. Yes. And that was the classic example of our retail in India, right? Public distribution system. Then Khadi. Khadi was the the age-old retailer of India. It's fulfilling the particular basic need. There's a Bata store which used to sell footwear, only footwear, like your ambassador shoes and moccasin and Hawaii slippers and all. Now Bata is selling everything: the backpack, the sneakers, and everything. We see a clear trend, like in older ways of retailing and the modern ways of retailing are more like touching the various aspects of a consumer. Earlier it was touching only one aspect, HMT watch. That's it. If you have to buy a watch in India, you have to buy an HMT watch. They are the watch leaders. Now Titan and Tanishq, they have everything, which goes with your fashion accessories. A watch is not a watch; it's basically a fashion accessory. So you flaunt with a chronograph and the calendar and all this things. So all high tech. Then your brand values, like aspirational values. You want to buy a Tagger or a Tissot. So these are like whether I want to acquire that brand for any particular social standing or my status into the society. So that is a different perspective. Then it goes beyond your basic need fulfillment. Then it is your ambition fulfillment. Jeans. A normal pair of jeans will cost you about 2,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. But diesel will cost you 8,000. Why you want a diesel? Because you want to show that label. Diesel, that's it. Okay, fine. That was okay. This is and EBO supermarkets, department stores, shopping malls, and all these things. So now people are finding reason why the customer should go to a mall. What is the reason to go to a mall when everything is available on your screen? Your store is on your screen, on your tab or mobile or laptop. Why anybody will take the pain to drive all the way to the traffic, go and pay the parking fees, go to the mall for what reason? Going to buy a shirt? Sorry? Touch and feel. Yeah, there is one factor. Apart from that,
It's an outing.
outing. See, touch and feel now online retailers are very smart. They have created that. So we were buying that, and when my wife said that there are 3 brands, I don't know about the sizes because I've never used this brand. I use the brand that is not available with you. Okay, ma'am, you buy 2-3 sizes. My guy will come with all 6 pieces. Whatever you like, you keep it. Rest you return. Yeah. So they're giving you an option. We are not same for jewelry. Yeah, yeah. So you have a variety on the screen. Going by the look, I'll try to give the maximum digital exposure as much as possible. If you still you're not sure, you pick it up, no harm. Try it. If you don't like it, we sell online. A guy will buy a blazer somewhere in Assam or somewhere, and after 1 week, I'll get a return. And my blazer is like it's well perfumed. There's a lot of dew in that, so it shows that the person has used it for the party, neatly packed it and send it back. The customer also. Huh? That is something you have to live with the risk of the business. So that is 3%, 4%, 5%. Again, yeah, we'll send for dry cleaning, again refinish it and keep it if it is manageable. Otherwise, it's a loss.
Yeah, what things in the US, they give you option, even after using it, you can.
Yeah.
I returned a shoe after using it for a month.
No, that is your brand guarantee.
And
Why did you return?
do that are the Indians.
No, but why did you return? What was the logic of returning after 2 months? You didn't like the color. You didn't like the fit.
So for example, I have branded shoe, Nike. I got a
Correct.
Nike.
Yeah.
So I got a Nike. So I spent like $80 for a pair. So I know that my size is 8. So I got a size 8. That is very good. So I started using it.
Okay.
So after a week, I started using it. Started getting started shrinking.
You're not comfortable with that.
And they take that. They take, oh, okay, this is not my size. Oh, it's not your size. You take 9.
And
And still I can return the 9 one out there. They will give it 10 one.
From the-
And you know what we do? And there's something, someday,
Restocking price.
once in 6 months or something, they will resell 20%. You can see an Indian
So that
rushing to buy this kind of
No, that-
use cameras, all use TVs.
see
That's
what
not happening
see
now
what we
in
call.
India also. So they even if you go to good shops, they take it back if they don't put it on the throwaway pile.
Not in India.
No,
No,
they
but
know
in-
it's happening in India also.
No, in US, now what they have started doing because of all Indians, they have started charging restocking care. There is a
Oh, charge?
Yeah. So if you go by the restocking. So because you negatively impacted their inventory.
See, the basic
Chinese are also.
for any brand, there is a certain cost to retain, cost to capture the customer, retain that customer. Everything is cost, which is like which is well accounted when we look at our customer base of 1 lakh customer or 1 million customer. So we know that maintain like Shoppers Stop, 70% or more than 70% business comes from loyal customers. They have a loyalty card. And that is their property. No, their rental stores are not their property. What is their property? Their property is 2 million customers, which is a live record of 2 million customers who have bought from them at least 5 times. And if they behave or they claim or come with a complaint, what is my cost to the customer? Do I want to lose that customer forever? Or 2,000 rupees I'll just give away and retain that customer? So it's a trade-off. Retail business is always a trade-off. Any business is a trade-off. You have risk, you have cost, and you decide which is better for me or which is bad against worse. If that is bad decision and that is worst decision, I'll take a bad decision. Close it. Some brand gives guarantee for their apparels also. I'll give a 20 wash guarantee. You wash 20 times. If anything happens, you return after 20 wash. So in Westside, in Dallas, that we used to call as a 20 wash guarantee. So customer unconditionally is given a 20 wash guarantee, not for very flimsy and delicate clothing, but normal clothing, normal cotton shirt or denim and all. So at most of the time, it is not communicated to the customer. Customer does not know if there is such warranties behind that. But the store guys are already told. There are two ways of explaining your values to the customer. One is your sales staff, and something you directly tell the customer. This is my values associated with you. And something you tell to the sales staff, it is not written there, but at the back of it, they are told that company will consider this. Don't chew them out. Consider this. So one of the customer, he got to know that his pocket was torn, inside pocket, after 6 months, 6 or 7 months of wearing a jeans. And somebody told him that, oh, you bought from Westside, you can go and return and take a new one. This is possible. So yeah, don't try. He went there and said that was here. I'm a permanent customer. I have a card. See, this is what happened to my pocket. We are really sorry. And we'll exchange. You take anything value 2,000. That customer was like surprised for him. And he came back and he given a feedback. It was like godsend. I never knew that after wearing for 6 months I can give it back. And I got a brand new pair. So sometimes this is only to delight your customer. Yeah. That is the cost of delighting your customer.
After a month, if you want to refund, you say I don't like it. They can be refunded.
Refunding is something many retailers don't encourage. Refunding means you are asking your customer to go away because I'm not able to service you, I'm not able to satisfy.
I don't know whether they say that you buy something.
I value your association. I value our relationship. But don't give us a chance. Listen, I'll give you a gift voucher. You buy anything else for 2,000. But I don't want to give you cash because I don't want to lose you. I want to be at your service for next time. Come after 3 months, I'll get something for you. You buy it.
This is what in all industries, food and grocery is better than mine. That logic is specific to the service to industry, but customized service is important, like brand or something like that.
We're talking the brand only. We're talking the brand.
But it works in specific service to industry. All you do is talk to the customer saying, take cash back, take
So there's a various way that retailer tries to keep the customer, because ultimately it's a retailer's task to sell. Manufacturer can produce anything, but if the retailer stops selling, what was happening to India after 2008? Retail market was bad. When the retail market was bad, there was no cash flow in the malls or the stores. The manufacturing started feeling that pinch, maybe second season or the third season. So manufacturing does not stop immediately. Even in the time of recession, the first thing is impacted is the retail. The consumer stops spending. So retail is always with the consumer. If anything goes wrong, the industry which is first hit is the retail. It's immediately feel the pulse. If something has American stock market has crashed, and Indian or some company has laid off, and Indian consumers' sentiments are not right, they will immediately stop.
So what do they do in that? So let's say the consumers are not reaching, so they come out with discounts, credits, promotions.
In India, there is a simple promotion which is discount. 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%. Buy one get two free. Buy one get three free. That is how the Indian consumers are influenced. There are various promotions can be run, but basically the economics at work. In this price, how much what every brand becomes chaotic. Like, in the last, if you see last 4 or 5 years, people have stopped buying full price products. They always wait for end of season sale or something like, something in between end of season sale. So something will come up and they will go and buy. And
So, if that happens, then the price.
no, it does not happen. The bottom line is badly hit because every time we cannot keep on the brand or
You
something.
have that margin from the day one. Because, see, nowadays all Japons of the world are Flipkart. 70%, 60%. Throughout the year, go to Myntra, you get 55%. So, what is it? Is it
So the problem is
price or it is
much rather than this. Here's the problem. Nowhere in the world you have the concept of MRP.
Right.
Our system here has the concept called MRP.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an SRP, which is the suggested retail price.
Or RRP, recommended retail price.
Recommended retail. You go away, anywhere, you travel, whatever. You will have a suggested price. So you buy it because you see value in it. So that decision is in your head. The government unfortunately wants you to tax or tax or MRP, whatever they have. But the fundamental problem in our system is today our promotions are useless because we have the fundamental this MRP on our head. Remove MRP, what will cost promotions can people give you? Nothing. So the day MRP goes out of India is the day when you see true value in promotion. Today consumers cannot make out the actual sahiye ki galat hai.
Exactly.
Because you see 80% off and still it's 2,000 rupees. Yeah. What the hell? Where is the actual price? There?
No, but what you're talking about, Flipkart and all this.
Today's like a line is saying, I design my MRP. You design your MRP. So if there is
Apparently,
MRP,
there used to be, unknown that I used to share something on minimum retail price and maximum retail price. There used to be two prices, right? One was known, one was known to the user, and other was only for those business guys. So they know that this is minimum I can go, and this is my
Minimum is basically the cartel. If there are 5 companies, they are deciding that they will not sell.
Yeah, not a
Monopoly कर रहे हैं. कोई भाई की दुकान पे जाने से होता है.
correct. So the whole idea is
Farmers Association.
point number one, consumer should be paying what they find value in. You should be charging him what you believe he is delivering value. GST is taxable by GST comes. Moment GST comes in, MRP stops losing their loans. You have to see it in those two. Retail is defined by these two very clear problems. Why do you need an MRP in the first place? People will pay what they find value in pay.
There is MRP others there.
There are some few countries, Bolivia will have it, Cambodia will have it. But they have an SRP or an RRP. And no tax.
Demand versus supply. There are times when people say this is the maximum you can do, so then you discourage incorrect practice. So this is MRP concept comes to balance it.
No,
See,
the reason of MRP was because there were a lot of malpractice. One bottle 10 rupees, someone is charging. No, what is that value addition you are saying there? So maybe for that, a community like India, what you mentioned, you need to have such kind of.
So it's going even deeper. Why should he launch a brand for Navin, which will command a 5,000 rupees for a jacket that you as a customer will pay? Unless he doesn't communicate his USP to you, you won't pay 500 rupees. It makes much more market dynamics, much more competitiveness in the market because everybody has to then communicate what value they give. If Dove doesn't have money and Lux doesn't have money, let's say you have both sides. How do you fix it? Today Dove is 150, Lux is 60. You have prices of parameter. But remove these two. Let's say this is Dove, this is Lux. How will you buy? By the perception that they've created in your mind. That's where marketing will go to 7% of the not 1.5. You start believing in that.
I reserved to buy Dove, but A store is doing it 150, B store is doing it 150.
Then we buy.
I buy from A.
That's Walmart.
First time I heard about last week.
That's Walmart. That's what Walmart is. That's why Walmart, because they are discounting on a product which is available in the market, but far lower in the market. You can buy from it. That's it.
So the retailer had a freedom of
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And then, forget about the US, everywhere. Then everywhere.
You do. So Amazon, they are selling below MRP, and companies like Sony and Canon have stopped supplying them. It is ridiculous because it is pro-consumer. Why would a Sony say no? Okay, but because Sony has middlemen.
Okay, fine. So MRP is like any retailer, manufacturer will put in MRP. None of the retailer has that mandate. I will decide my, and retailer cannot inflate. Even if they have a beautiful store or made of gold or silver or diamond, they cannot sell it beyond the MRP. They can sell it below the MRP. They can give it free of cost.
MRP becomes a mockery. It's firecracker. You see, what is 1,000 rupees. So MRP is taken to the other extreme of really is a mockery there.
And what you are saying that Amazon or Flipkart selling 70% and 80%. I tell you, is basically the customer acquisition cost that they are incurring. None of these online retailers are profitable. None of them are making money. They simply call their suppliers and they tell that we have 2 crore for promotion this time. Tell me the price and what quantity you want to sell. You give me, and if you lose, I'll compensate you.
So when it comes to taxes, will Amazon pay taxes on the MRP to the government, or will they tax on the discounted?
Selling price.
Invoice.
Everything could be
but it charge back on
Invoice price.
invoice
On the invoice.
not on the MRP.
But the taxes become the invoice.
Yeah.
But your
Excise is
tax,
not on
your
MRP.
manufacturer's tax is 60%
Excise
or
is not
40% of MRP, right?
Correct.
Which is why you won't inflate your MRP.
Yes.
How does the excise charge? Is
Is
it
there
on
a certain
MRP?
percentage on what tax is that? On cost 60% of MRP into 20%.
That was excise.
That is excise.
That is excise. Yeah. No, it's gone. For apparel, it's gone.
How are they
No.
charging excise? What's the basis?
MRP less
40%.
60%, right?
60% of MRP
Yeah.
into something.
And of that, some 30% or 12%.
So see, that's why he can't take the MRP online. He'll end up paying to the government.
Yeah, I'll end up paying much more than the cost of it. So practically, it's not that the price inflation happens at the retailer's end also for their white labels, their private labels. They inflate the price, and sometimes they in collaboration with the brand also. We are running this promo. We would be offering a flat 50% discount on the product. You tell me how much inflated by 200 rupees. I will give you another extra 10%. You put in another extra 10%. But yes, the loss is at every end. It's not like everything is compensated or absorbed. When we run a 70% off, or any retailer or any brand participate in that kind of a crazy sale, because there is no cash flow in the market. And if we don't do business, there is no cash flow, then we cannot keep the store open. You have to shut it down because there is a fixed cost of your every day the counter is moving on. So to just how that if you have a factory, you have to run the factory. Otherwise, the factory will eat you. If you set up a factory, you cannot afford to keep the factory idle. Similarly, if you open a showroom, open a store, you cannot afford to keep the store shut. And once it is shut, it's gone. It's like off the radar. Nobody will come tomorrow. So,
Very funky stores. While I understand the mathematics, I hardly see any customer there. I don't know whether sometimes they recover the rent also.
correct.
How does that max work? I've seen many.
Exactly.
See, it's what we call it.
Sometimes we, okay, I know it doesn't have rupees worth something. 40% margin, if you have 50% margin of the 1,000 rupees, not even
It's a very customer thing.
How does the max work?
I guess in India, it's still the transition phase. People are still moving from the actual retail buying to online thing. So it's a transition phase. Still, there are a lot of people who like to go touch and see before they go and order. Okay,
No,
that kind of.
No, it's a practical understanding. It's a practical feeling what Raj is saying. Let's say Funky store does not have any customers. How they sustain?
Exactly.
Okay, I tell you, Lavin has got 18 stores. Lavin has got 18 stores today. Out of that, 4 stores is like that. We are pumping money on that 4 store from every day, every month on the market.
is it for?
But it's an opportunity cost we are looking at today or tomorrow the market will improve and the consumer will start.
Break-even kind of.
No, it's always negative.
See, even as a new entrant, right? Let's say you have a Havla watches showroom. I'm not sure if they are really selling one or two watches in a month. More than one or two. Why do they hit watches?
It's mainly
Even
for
if,
brand
let's say,
because
store has
there is
to
a
show
brand.
something. 100 watches are minimum, right? With that 100 watches, how they
Retail is basically opportunity. Now the modern retail is an opportunity. We look at the opportunity and opportunity is psychology rather than selling. We look at the opportunity or the international brand look India as an emerging, say about any luxury brand in America or Europe. They look at India is still emerging market, untouched market for luxury. People have not yet started spending on luxury. There's a huge market. There's 100+ crores of people, huge geography, and a lot of markets are there. So, what is my opportunity in that market? So, okay, some diesel or some international brand will come and open their store, huge store, and all. But still, how many people are comfortable buying a pair of these for 50,000? Or a CK or somebody will come. CK is not profitable in India. Diesel is not profitable in India. One end they might open a store and then another store they will close it after a year.
so these are what company
These are already cost.
no, these are what company owned stores or these are franchise.
It could be a licensee who has taken a license to promote diesel brand.
So the other time that go bankrupt. Right? No,
That's what I'm saying.
They have done a huge study. They have spent crores of rupees on the study on the international
what's the
market.
model? Why are they doing this?
They are looking at the opportunity.
No, just look at the Versace UV City, right?
Yes. No.
And that store is there for more than a decade or so, more than
We know their profit, they don't have that. We cannot make us dependent on the population. You see, India and China, maybe they segment. And they say, if I get 1% also, it's much more than getting only Europe and getting markets. So they set up as for the region. Someday I can get 0.01%.
Let's
no, that's I understand that logic, but the cost of inventory is just enormous.
If it is
Versace,
if it is an international brand, for them, this was a budgeted cost for developing a Indian subcontinent market. So if I want to go into that market, my going to market GTM strategy is there is a cost of entry to that market which is going to be about 20 crore or 30 crore, 50 crore, 100 crores. So I will keep my 100 crore aside. Once I exhausted my 100 crore and do not build the market, I will exit.
so it's good to work for stores like that because you're like, so you don't have any target. Just,
My wife used to work for Gucci.
okay.
You can understand.
कोई आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है
There's open 5 stores in Kenya. Their black roses will come from Paris. Okay, 5 clients. Those will not come. But the window where they put the black roses will come from Paris. The same black rose. It has to be at a certain 45-degree angle. No less, no more. This is how we should. But to answer the question you asked, point number 1, they have to show rotating points of sale. Right? Every company. Second, like you said, there is a strategy for the emerging market. They don't care. Third is the conversion. Most of the European brands are trading in Europe. This is 85 rupees to the rupee. 80 cost. So they care about 1.5 lakh. By 1.5 lakh, by 500 square feet in a daily store or 2 lakh, 3 lakh, it's a return for them. Third, in an emerging market, they don't sell more fashion, they sell very cold. Cold is a non-seasonal product. It carries from winter into summer. There's a lot, there's no expiry. So they keep rotating. Their cost is very minimum to run this store as compared to, like I said, open in a European market where rentals are sky high, right? In terms of availability, it's low. You're competing with 20,000 other brands in my space. Here is no one. Market is
I will give you an example. You know, in this, you are a big company in US and you want to come to a good market like India and China. business indication, they want to go to college segment, school segment and all. And there was a company, in future this guy, Yoda, Srikant, Meena Ganesan, now BigBasket.com and all. So they sold to this time 1,200 crore to Pearson because desperate buy from the Pearson. When I was bigger in Pearson, we valued should not be more than 150 crore valuation. But because the Pearson were desperate to come into India because they see a 10-year growth that I have to pick up something to put my step into India, they took in 1,200 crore. And Meena Ganesan, rightfully exited and opened up the class.
No, I understand that.
It is an opportunity cost as it was.
Yeah.
In any cost, I have to take it because I am saying, to go to 100 billion.
Do you think-
it is my
No, do you think any of these malls are profitable? Which are operating in the last 5 years? Have they booked any profit so far?
or they have reached their-
It's a 3,000 crore, 10,000 crore monthly mall project, like the next Market City. It's more than 1 million square feet. So, do you think they will be profitable in the next 10 years or 20 years? Why the hell they have put in so much of investment into that? Opportunity.
Real estate, the reason.
They created a mall, and after 10, 20 years, the surrounding area will develop, fetch him more than the rental and value appreciation. And yes, yes.
So what they did is instead of people buying real estate, they built hotels.
So what
Those real estates are so big.
what your business book account shows has a different story to tell. What your notional and what your opportunities are. So-
malls only target your footfall, right? You're only worried about, okay, I get the customer, it's your problem,
To
whether
convert them.
you convert them, right? So weekends, it's more of a ratio where I get so many people, I do marketing, I get everybody,
I would say-
movies, this, everything, and then sort of get them.
I would say today, in India, the mall conversions are nowhere international. Internationally, the conversions are pretty high. Still, people are dedicated to the malls and the consumers are getting, they want to spend their lifestyle. You hardly see any purchases done by them.
Window shop.
Yes.
Because the options are very plenty outside.
Correct.
Challenging.
And there is a mindset that they would end up paying more in the mall. Looking at the magnanimity of the mall and ambience, they feel that if I buy from my local neighborhood store, I would save some 1,500 rupees. The other negative aspect of organized retail is consumer feel that they cannot bargain. In unorganized retail, they always feel that I can pull out 50 rupees or 100 rupees from the seller's pocket. So that's where still there is a plenty of scope for unorganized retail, which is still thriving and still doing it. Organized retail has its own pluses and all those things, but at the same time, unorganized retail are still flourishing in India because Indian consumers are like that. So these were the things, basically evolution of industry. Post 1995 onwards, the emergence of shopping centers and organized retail started happening. Stop & Shop was established in 96, 97.
What's technically different between a supermarket and a hypermarket? What technically what's different? Is it just square feet
Size?
across stores?
Size and
Size,
Size
I mean,
and
what order?
Size and so the smallest is called a convenience store. We have 500 to 1,500 square feet. Then it goes into a neighborhood store, 1,500 to 1,500. Then it goes to supermarket, 1,500 to 5,000. Then it goes into probably a mini hyper, which is let's say 10,000 to 20,000. Then you have a super store, a hypermarket from 50,000 to 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh. Then you have a super center from 1.5 lakh to super center. Super center. There is a super center from family center. That's 1.5 lakh, 2 lakhs.
yeah, so above 75,000 square feet. Kind of.
No, all the franchise. It's not a big how these people make it. Who? Franchise.
Okay,
Franchise.
franchise that is a different business model, like revenue model. So we'll talk about that.
if they were coming back on Captain is B2C, right?
Yeah, now,
So why
they have changed it. Now, because earlier it used to be
Sports-
they've taken some single kind of data is okay. Single kind of data very important. It was B2B. That's it. Basically, they have to make more investments. They can sell their own products. Okay, it's one.
So it can be done.
So far, it's not.
So this is your retail industry scenario in India, organized and unorganized. So unorganized is still 93%, whereas we are hoping that by another 5 years, that unorganized would be 15%. So
Organized.
organized would be
Organized will be another.
organized.
How many years?
5 years. So because growth stage here and all those things are higher than the
FDA is opening the splitting such a low number, 7%.
no, nothing like that. No. It's basically the Indian demography and topography. Nothing to do with FDI. FDI can boost it because the money power will enhance the acceleration of your urban growth and setting up infra for organized. Organized is basically indicator of your societal growth also. So how much urbanization has happened, electricity, and all this. Because if organized retail grows, that means your economy is growing. You are.
That is overall India, right?
This is India.
So take cities,
Yeah. Yeah.
City scenario.
Metro, sub-metro, non-metro.
If you look at this, out of the box, like this, figure out which infrastructure development will affect retail the most. Which sector in India, if it gets the maximum FDI, will actually explode retail. Roads. Precisely. It's all about roads. So our organized sector going to 3, 5, 7, or 9% has nothing to do with GST or FDI. It is about connect. Today, HUL has 55,000 points, it is about 550 million points. If they could reach that village, but they can't reach.
So that's your growth indicator. Where your country is reaching, where your society is moving.
Reach.
You will share this slide.
Isn't it already?
Yeah. I think he's already put it.
It's already made it to.
Well,
See, that's where probably India will bypass most developed markets when it comes to reach. We will not go by the traditional road path.
Yeah,
We will go straight Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi.
See,
Like we jump from 2G to 3G or from landline to 3G straight. We never went to the 2G base, and now US is going straight to 4G. So in our case, roads will be bypassed. You will directly go to Wi-Fi and deliver it. Then to deliver also you need roads. So when you want to, what do you do?
Better bandwidth is also
Connectivity.
it works against the online retail will be gone.
They order it, but they never go and pick up from urban schools.
And good roads also, even for the city guys. Good roads, for example, if there is a Walmart outside city,
Yeah.
50 kilometers away,
Yeah.
big Walmart, I can easily drive in 30 minutes. I would go there.
Yes, I agree.
like you do in US.
In the US, exactly. That's why Walmart is like somewhere
It's always
outside.
Walmart test.
You know, our roads are bad and
Just go
no
outside.
point driving 1 hour.
That's why
Go out.
government is looking at this sector as the highest employer sector after textile in India. Looking at the nature of business industry in India. So retail is going to be the highest employing industry. And already the GDP contribution is almost 1/4, which is going to be 1/3 of the country. So we are looking at 30% of 32% of GDP coming from retail. I will talk. I 30.
What meeting is it?
6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 6 to 7:30 in the other meeting.
DJs, we need time to arrange it.
Another 10 minutes.
Hey, we will try to do it.
Huh?
How much do you have under 20 minutes?
I think it's 25, 30 slides a day.